please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? So I won't lie, this is not an intended video, and the reason why is because I didn't think I would have to do another one. But it turns out, yes I do, not just because it did well on views, almost 10k at time of recording, I'm very happy with that by the way, thank you very much. Not just because we stopped hemorrhaging subscribers, but because this guy just doesn't stop, and more is coming out, and I don't want to leave it too late in case a part 3 is required, to maintain a level of context and consistency. Part 1 is called Mizzy, the Dumbest Prankster. This one, Mizzy Folie Deux, obviously, because apparently I'm not allowed to use Electric Boogaloo too many times. In the first video, which I'm sure many of you saw, we laid the foundation for what Mizzy does as a form of performance art and or content. Dubbed as pranks, he goes into people's homes, he steals their dogs, or he gets in their car and claims they're an Uber. Pretty cringy stuff. And of course, in the case of stealing a dog, not great. Jumping on the back of a Jewish guy or wearing Jewish attire and declaring yourself Jewish, not a good look. Been yeeted multiple times off TikTok, not that it stopped Mizzy in the slightest. There's your Cliff's Notes. Continuing the story, we're going to go with a tweet from Silas Zanders. Mizzy spoken to by police. Mizzy, the pissant coward who's been promoting his illegal activities on social media for days, has finally spoken to by the police. The reason Mizzy does what he does is because the UK government and justice system is weak. Listen how weak. Accompanying it is a 2-minute 19-second video, and that is what we're going to look at first.
You're pretty free to go.
On today's episode.
Honestly, if you want to go,
I'll read it.
we get it done now. Yeah.
No, but I want to get it done now. Leave right now without. No, but I still have to get it regardless. No, I still have to get it regardless.
It just goes through your letterbox.
It goes through my letterbox, but let me just do it now.
We can get it done now. Probably save you a bit of bother. I appreciate your cooperation. How are you, by the way? You okay?
Fair use and copyright interruption. You're all welcome. The police are now going to list off a reel of consequences. They're real serial, everyone.
So summarising what you've done below. 11th of March 2023, came to massage Angel's business.
I'll read it later.
I'll read it, I need to read it. So you'll be doing that.
Alright, God, let's
After
get
the customers. Then at 4:46 in the afternoon, you went to the class area and then you sushi, pestered the staff. At 10 to 5, you went to the modern nails and first floor, removed barriers, caused noise to customers and a nail technician. 5 past 5, you went to body shop, took down to your underwear and utilised a sample cream for dramatic attention to yourself.
Yeah, I sped that up and I still couldn't fit it in within fair use. So on to the consequence. What do you suppose he gets for this? For all the trespass, filming without permission, and generally being a bit of a weak tea hooligan.
So not to comply with the warning. Ends the warning. Okay? Warning. Don't enter Westfield Stratford City, Shopping Centre E20. That's fine for the bounds of Montfitchet Road, Westfield Avenue, Roundhouse Lane and International Way. Move them up on the map. Not to enter retail and food outlets as a trespasser. Not to engage in any behaviour which causes or is likely to cause harassment, alarm, distress, annoyance or nuisance to any person.
He got a warning and a ban from a few retail outlets, and where he was, that's Stratford International, just outside, because there's 2 train stations at Stratford. There's Stratford London, Stratford International. I go through there, which means you go through the mall itself, the shopping centre, to get from one train station to another. He's at the end that goes towards Norwich. Yes, I know my stuff. I recognise that area. E. Miles Chung, the live streamer who filmed himself walking into random people's houses, also films himself threatening women at night. It's not the only video of him threatening somebody, but I'm going to play both now.
What? I saw you from over there. I like your hair still. You got some nice hair. It's nice and luscious. I'm perfectly fine. We're gonna die. Huh? Why are you just smiling at me? I asked him a question, a serious question. Do you wanna die?
No.
Why? Sure. Why?
It's crap like this that makes women worry they can't go out at night without being accompanied by a man, or multiple men to keep them safe. That kind of behaviour reinforces that. That's not trolling, that is unwelcoming. That's not trolling, it is bullying. It is intimidation. But there's more.
Cause
You're gonna die? You sure?
yeah.
I saw you from over there, you're just looking like you wanted to die.
When did we decay you?
Well, you was looking at me this whole time. Do you wanna die? Nah, bro. Bro. Do you wanna die, bro? Bro, don't even answer that right now. Is it serious, bro? Are you trying to answer the phone? Who's calling you? They can wait, bro.
Intimidating members of the public, the casual for your own entertainment and that of your rather sick audience, some of whom I have videos of as well, is unacceptable. It is bullying. You have a trump card that you can use to make them feel guilty enough not to act. Because with such an equal society, there is a disparity in place, created by a privilege that others are unwilling to accept or acknowledge. So video number 2 of your intimidation globe-trotting around London.
Sorry, what? Do you wanna die? What? Do you wanna die, bro? No. What do you mean, do you wanna die? Hey, yo, come here, fam. Hey, yo, do you wanna die, bro? Do you wanna die, bro? Hey, yo, do you wanna die? It's just hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye, bro. Hey, bro, it's just hair dye.
I get how this can be considered funny to some people, I really do understand that. But nothing about what you just did there was funny in the slightest. You've asked a random person, do you want to die? With no context of a situation, everyone jumps to flight or fight. You are fortunate they're not going to fight back. But much like the first video, there is more.
I'm gone. What? I'm gone. I saw you from over there, fam. What are you looking at, fam? What? Do you wanna die?
What?
Do you wanna die?
What are you talking about, man?
Do you want to die?
Man, leave me alone, man.
What do you mean? Hey, yo, come here. Hey, yo, come here. Hey, look. Hey, back it out, bro.
Leave me alone.
Bro, why are you going into a shop for? Back it out,
Leave me
fam.
alone. Leave me alone.
Back it out, bro.
Leave me alone.
Back it out, bro. It's just dye, bro. It's just hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye, bro. Look, the camera's right there, bro.
I've never laughed so much in my life. I should probably take the opportunity now to insert how some of your fans behave in support of you. That there is some classy general jackassery. I'm starting to understand why Mizzy was banned from so many shops. Malls, shopping centres, food courts. You know, the usual. Basically anywhere people congregate. You're running out of options, I guess. Let's move on to the next video, courtesy of Mark Maycott. This fad is going to result in someone getting seriously hurt.
Yo, so it's you. What going, fam? It's you with the glasses. Yo, yeah, do the die. What? I need to have a look at this. Oh, no, it's not basically, man. I saw you from over there, yeah? Take a seat, bro. Alright, can you take a seat then? Don't try. Hey, bro, no, it's not even like that, bro. Man, just saw you from over there. Look, pass it over, bro. Alright, man, just saw you from over there, innit, yeah? And you look like you wanted to get a dye. Look, dye, it's hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye.
Fam, you've got your face covered, and you're approaching someone and the first words out of your mouth are, do you want to die? As cute as it can be considered a play on words with the word die, it's a clever one, sure, roll your eyes at that, I'm certain everyone is. In the context of anything, really, the intimidating manner you are presenting it, in London no less, where certain crimes committed by a lot of people of a particular community are on the rise and your mayor is doing sod all about it while claiming to have PTSD from criticism, not a joke by the way, it is understandable many that you are accosting, all of whom are white, are going to respond negatively and run because they know if they fight back, if they're outnumbered, they could get killed, and even if they fight back, they'll be accused of being racist. You know this, and you know the system is on your side.
Hey, yo, bro. What going, fam? I saw you from over there, yeah? Hey, stop, bro. Stop, fam. I saw you from over there, bro. Do you wanna die, fam? Hey, stop, bro. Hey, yo. Do you wanna die, bro? Hey, bro, do you wanna die? Yo. Hey, do you wanna die, bro? Bro, hey, do you know what? Just take it out, bro. Just back it out, fam. Oh. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank.
Was that Prince Harry at the end? Jokes aside, yet again you have performed a rather pathetic stunt where you've had someone running from the other side to cut them off and scare them. There are a number of other issues. First of all, you're filming someone in public without their permission. That could backfire on you magnificently with the police or something, but we're going to get to something else first. Courtesy of Sugar Tits. Of course, this little shit is pulling the race card. People just mad cause I'm black. Article from The Independent. So let's go get the quote from that before we go to one final video of interest. Mizzy told The Independent he cares less about whether he is receiving love or hate. It is all about getting engagement, and it's the fact that people are talking that's important. In response to scathing words from MPs, some of whom believe he needs to be arrested, he said it's wild how I've got that mainstream. Replying to comments branding his behaviour criminal, he added, I ain't got too much to say to them people, just that I know myself and so do my fans. He also claimed he went to the family's house the day after he posted a video going into their home and since apologised. He said that while he is not the kind of person to have regrets, he does feel sympathy and remorse in this case, adding, I wouldn't do that again. It could have been the best or worst decision of my life. He also indicated something I theorised in the first video concerning the dog theft prank, saying that he actually went up to her and asked if he could do that, and she laughed and said that her grandson had seen him on TikTok, and that the book in the library he tore up belonged to him. He decided to up the ante and did wilder videos as he started to gain traction after having been kicked out of school 3 times. Controversy, though it's not good, is the best way to blow up on social media. I always know outrage is going to happen. I know exactly what I'm doing and the consequences of my actions. I tell people not to reciprocate what I've done, which has worked so well. He also said because he is minority ethnic, he believes people are trying to slander him, adding, I'm a black male doing these things and that's why there's such an uproar on the internet. I don't fake my pranks, but you've admitted to doing that, but I always make sure to sort out the situation after if I feel like I went too overboard. But none of my pranks have malicious intentions behind them, and most of the people in the pranks acknowledge that after I speak to them. You are more irritating than Morgs, and I know who I'd rather watch.
No, give me your number, right? I can give you the system. Every day. Wait. Whatever happens, the movement is real.
So this is what happens when you fuck around, and this is what happens when you find out. Police in London have arrested Mizzy, Bakari Ogaro? Yeah, for a number of social media posts that have sparked widespread criticism, posts that I have shown you throughout this video and the first video covering Mizzy. James Conway, a senior Metropolitan Police officer, said in a statement, some people have referred to these as prank videos, but I hope that this significant development demonstrates just how seriously we've been taking this investigation since this footage began circulating online. I mean, arresting him is one thing, I have no idea what you're charging him with, especially if these are just a prank, bruh. Or just a jerk, bruh. Although walking into people's homes, that might be it. That might be the one. Yeah. And I'd love to hear the explanation for going up to people at train stations or on the street and saying to them, do you want to die? Or approaching a lady with a few of her friends, both I believe were male, and then, well, yeah, actually getting a bit too intimidating on that front as well. Now, Mizzy did make one valid point, and that is, to grow on social media, you really do have to generate a lot of negativity. Or, if you want to not do that, you have to work really hard for several years to get any level of traction. A small amount perhaps, but nowhere near the levels a more controversial persona could generate. I'd like to compare myself to this and point out I've been online for 8 years, and I am nowhere near the level of popularity of this guy. I think I'm okay with it though, solely because I don't want a criminal record.